Howdy, everybody. Here I am. What's up? Yeah, feet. Oh, Luke can help. Hi, everybody. We just got a new couch. That's why this took. That's why I'm late. That's why I'm late. Everybody, no excuses, but that's why I'm late. It's the couch's fault, not mine. I want to take full responsibility upon the couch. The couch takes it all. I'm absolved. Did smash my fingers a couple times. That was fun. Yeah, Wakanda forever. Yeah, what are we talking about today? Yeah, I mean Wakanda forever. That's no, no, no. I don't agree. I just don't agree. I disagree with your premise. Uh, don't be like mean after. Don't be like mean after. I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I set the time for it to start. So if I start it later than I had earlier, previously planned, I mean, it's still me being exactly on time for. I'm the one that's nobody else sets this, dude. That's just me. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to have the culture move in the right direction. That's why I'm out here. Day in, day out, trying to move the culture, move that needle in the right direction, Better be 10 dead chickens to make up for this one. I mean, I hope not. They're in the run. They're not even free ranging, so they should be alive. Yeah, I mean, it's what I'm here for. It's what I'm here for. Well, that chicken I kicked is dead. So, yeah, you could say that. You could say that. That the thumbnail might be my father. Okay. Day damn accusers defraud the enemy, bruv. They best be testing my fine black bruv, trying to cast shame shadow on them dumb darkness, he blackness, yo, no gun, no go, no play, my man. Just not play the game. Imk gonna be okay. I probably didn't pronounce half that the way you wanted me to. Why do I have a wrench? You're lucky you only have ghetto ratchet payment processor. Well, I mean, if you want to get rid of it, you said you would pay money to get rid of the wrench. So the ball is in your court. Yeah, I mean, it's rough out here, man. It's rough. Emmanuel denied the wrench. He did not take up the mantle. So don't blame him. Don't blame me. Don't blame anybody. It's all Moldy. You did this to yourself. If you didn't want the wrench, you shouldn't have said you'd pay me money to have it taken away. I mean, that's just silly. Y'all hear me all right? Y'all hear me? Hello. Yeah, okay, you must be hearing me. You're responding. How y'all doing? What's the responsibility of a mod anyways, really? I mean, you show up and you hang out and occasionally you put people in timeout. It's like a babysitter. You're a babysitter among friends, What was going on with that Smith guy the other stream, What was that guy trying to get me in trouble? I couldn't tell if he was doing a bit or not. Just like that Luke Knight guy that showed up, and I was doing a black voice. There's a white guy doing a black voice. I thought it was another bit, but I couldn't tell. And people in the chat were saying that Smith W guy was malicious. I still don't really know how to interpret it. I thought he was pretending to be a schizoid conspiracy dude. But was he? Was he? I mean, I was he actually crazy? I thought it was a bit. It seemed too insane to be real. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys want to talk about today? I got nothing. I'm scotch free. I'm out of scotch, unfortunately. I like scotch. I'm out. I mean, Ras, you're actually older than Apophatic, wherever that guy went. I mean, school's out, so he should have more free time. But you got a couple years on him, I think, at least. Yes, it's correct, Seraphim. I set the boundaries, and if I break the boundaries, that's also me setting the boundaries. So I can never be early or late or anything. I can just be here or not be here. You know, it just is. It just is, y'all. Well, I thought we just hang out, you know? I mean, what are we here for? Are we changing the culture in a positive way? I mean, is this good vibes for y'all? Are you vibing with me? Should we pack up and go home? I mean, I'm not trying to be like pessimistic or anything, but like, what are we really doing here, you know? Like, I mean, what I have here in front of me, what is this? Corn nuggets? I mean, should I just like take my corn nuggets and head home? I'm already home. We got a cinnamon bun. You know, I gotta at least act the part like I'm in the military. So let's see what they got. Thank you for letting me know I'm not supposed to eat that. This is more depressing looking than I was expecting. Feels very dense. Smells like Little Debbie's. It's like a Hot Pocket or like a, what are they called? Lost the word. I've been losing words lately. I don't know what's going on with me. My brain's all dumb. Like a toaster strudel. A very sad and depressing toaster strudel. Yeah, it's like a Pop-Tart. This is what our troops are out there eating in the field. What else do we have here? We got some tortillas. This is one thing I thought was crazy. It's like it's got these big old things, and you're supposed to, I don't know, what do you do? You're supposed to put water in this bag, and you put this bag in this bag, and then you break these like I don't know, like pocket like hand warmers, and it heats it up for you, I guess. I don't know. It's crazy. These are indeed suspenders. I've given up on belts for the most part. Hello, John. Hello.
Bumbaclan, my buddy.
Hear you at all? Oh, I gotta put
What's
this
up?
thing in. Very professional.
Have you ever used an MRE? Have you ever had them? Hello? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Hello.
Okay, yeah. There
Gotcha.
we go.
You plug in one Bluetooth thumb drive looking thing, and then all of your settings. It's awful.
What MRE do you have?
I don't know. I threw away the big package, but it was like,
You threw away the best part? The actual meal?
no, I kept the meal.
Oh.
I just threw away like the package that says what it was.
Oh, okay.
Chicken burrito bowl.
No, those are actually pretty good.
And it gives you it gives you this little thing you fold into a bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, those things are actually super amazing. I was on this kick for about a year where that's all I ate for lunch. For work.
My godfather was in the Navy, and he just randomly threw this at me one day, and it's been in my garage for like a year and a half.
Nice.
So since you heard the story of somebody said they like thanked me for my service, and I didn't know what to do, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I guess I gotta get the MRE out and just like.
I guess I gotta do my duty.
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, this is better than anything Little Debbie's ever put out.
True that, and way more nutritional.
Probably. It probably has the facts right here. Let me see. No, this is just about the chicken burrito bowl. Oh, it's right here. We got 10 grams of fat, 460 milligrams of sodium, 49 grams of carbs, 3 grams of dietary fibers, 14 grams of sugar, and 6 grams of protein. And so many ingredients. Corn syrup, yellow 5. I'm sure all that's fine to eat, right?
Yeah. As long as there's no seed oils in there. Make your face all puffy and make you fill you up with estrogen.
Noah says, "Yo, at the strip club right now." Do you like that, John?
He's at the strip club?
That's what he said.
I'm not a fan of them.
I have never been to one.
Well, good.
I have been to one in GTA 5. That's a fact of life. Is dietary fiber really wood pulp? Is it like is that sawdust?
I have no idea. I don't think the soldiers are supposed to ask that. You just eat it.
Would you go to a strip club if it had the best food in town?
There's actually this one strip club in Las Vegas where they did have like the most amazing Thanksgiving dinner. Like it was really, really good. But yeah, I would go if they had food. Like,
do they do like takeout or?
I don't know about that.
Pickup? Do they have those like? This is like a seedy conversation. Not the best conversation, but do they have those like bikini barista things over where you are?
No.
Like everywhere. Do you have those like little like cafe huts? There's like little drive-throughs everywhere. Do you guys have those?
I don't have any here where I'm at. No.
Oh, here in Washington, it's everywhere. Just like every street has a dozen like little sheds that people make coffee in. You just pull up to either side of it and get a coffee.
Oh yeah, there is one something like that. It's like a drive-through, but I think that's the only thing I can think of.
Did any of the MREs you had? Do they have any cigarettes in them?
I don't think they put cigarettes in them anymore.
That's pretty dope. Mine came with pepper sauce.
Pepper sauce.
I guess it's for the burrito bowl.
It's over here.
And it came with cheese spread. I don't really know what to do with the cheese spread. It's a mystery to me.
Did it come with like biscuits or anything like that, or like your tortillas?
It came with tortillas, but I assumed that was for. I guess you just put it on the tortilla. I thought the tortilla was going to be for the burrito bowl, but I guess you wouldn't have a bowl if it's going to be something you use tortillas. I don't know. What's this one over here? Oh, this is a lemon. You got some Sprite.
Sprite in a bag.
Yeah, Sprite in a bag. Oh,
fill your canteen up.
How long until inflation causes strip clubs to ban dollar bills and replace them with fives? I mean, probably a decade or two.
I don't know if they ever will. Those women are pretty desperate. I mean, that's the whole reason why they're doing it.
Let's see. What are the ingredients of this? Does it say? Sugar, maltodextrin, citric acid, provides tartness. Sodium citrate, natural and artificial flavors, ascorbic acid, vitamin C, calcium phosphate, prevents caking. Yellow 5, lake, blue 1, contains soy.
Oh, there's your soy. Mr. Soy Boy.
What do you like pennies, John? Do you think we should get rid of the penny?
Do I like pennies?
Yeah.
I don't use them.
Would you be okay if we got rid of them?
I'd be okay if we got rid of them.
What about the so like if you go to a coffee stand, let's just say, since we brought that up, and you gave them a $5 bill and your change you're supposed to get back is like 97 cents. And they're like, well, I can give you 95. Are you willing to take that 2-cent hit each time?
I'll just round it up to 98 or 96.
Do you know that we used to have half pennies?
I heard something about that. I've never seen one.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen one either. I remember when I used to think like wheat pennies were cool. Like, oh, how does this thing?
I actually have. I think I lost it already. I hope I didn't. Somewhere around here. But I have a. I think it's an 1892 quarter.
An 1892 quarter. That's pretty old. I've got. Are you into precious metals at all?
No, I just found it on the street one day. I thought it was like a quarter. I was like, oh, cool. So
you found it on the street?
Yeah, like on the sidewalk. And
that's a pretty old coin to find just hanging
out.
Yeah,
I was just looking at it. I was like, this looks weird. Why is it smaller than regular quarters? I was like, oh, okay.
Sounds like you're counting change right now. What are you doing?
I was looking for it, but
oh, okay.
And someone's like, "Oh, you make a lot of money off of that." I'm like, that's what everyone says about like every little coin they find.
I got pretty into precious metals a handful of years ago. Unfortunately, I lost all of it in a boating accident, so I can't show you any of it. But yeah, I got pretty into the silver and the gold and such. Are you into crypto? Is that your style? Crypto?
I don't know jack about crypto, dude. And then like everyone I talk to is like either like you absolutely need a crypto wallet, and everyone else is like crypto is just the biggest scam in the world.
So well, I think there's definitely scams within it, but I don't think it itself. I don't think blockchain technology is itself a scam. I think that's going to be more and more adopted going forward.
Yeah. And I remember I was talking with this one guy, and he was like, I was like, I've been like, it's been on my mind. I mean, I haven't like pulled the trigger yet, but I mean, it's been on my mind. And he's like,
somebody's saying pennies should be plastic. I mean, that's the one thing that like still like that just breaks my mind about the about fiat currency, I guess in general, is I can make cloth. We can all make cloth, but our cloth isn't as good or as valuable as the cloth the government makes. But when you have something like gold, it's like it doesn't matter if it has a government stamp on it, it's the same material. But the thing that fiat currency, like $1 bills, aren't valuable because of the material, just because of the stamp on it.
Yeah,
it's just the government backing it.
Yeah, it's just a banknote.
Right.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody about it, and then they're like, "Do not get it." He's like, "That is the mark of the beast. As soon as you open up a crypto wallet, you're gonna be marked as the beast. That is the mark of the beast." Whoa. Right there. I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, that's a little. Was this person over or under the age of 65?
He's probably like in his 50s, something like that.
Oh,
yeah,
that's weird.
And what sucks too, because like I kind of had like a. He's kind of he's a theologian. I mean, he's written several books. He's helped write several study Bibles. So I mean, like he knows what he has his doctorates in like everything.
Well, I think he might have his intuition that I think it's totally possible that blockchain could be used in that way to control the market and tie your identity to something digital. But like Bitcoin, like that's like conflating Bitcoin with the potential for blockchain being used in a negative way, from my understanding.
Yeah, and he's huge into eschatology.
Oh, like what do you mean?
I'm like, we're just like studying the end times, trying to decode Revelation.
Eschatology, is that what you said?
Yeah.
I heard like esoteric. I heard like esoteric. I don't even know what I heard.
Oh
no, I thought you meant like some kind of esotericism.
No. But yeah, when he said that, I was just like, why would you have to say something that dumb?
Yeah, like
I had a level of respect for you, and then you just were like.
Well, I mean, it's like I'm sure there's tons of things coming out now. We're all getting to be boomers earlier because, like, even my iPhone will say like you need an update from like 7 months ago. I'm like, no, stop it! Don't you dare do that. And like
Yeah.
if it updates, everything changes slightly, everything gets put in new folders, and I'm like, I don't have the time to like sit here, and I don't even take the time to like do things I want to do, like organize all my family photos and like get them uploaded onto my computer. I don't even take the time to do that. You think I'm gonna like understand all the little intricacies of the UI and all the little updates? Like people who are 8 years younger than me are just like what I was like in high school or whatever, just all the free time in the world, just looking at your phone, understanding it all, the little details, all the things it can do. I'm already way behind on all that, and that's just totally fine. I
Yeah,
can't I can't keep it up and have a kid and a property and all that stuff.
yeah, like I was so happy when when someone like showed me how to like screen record on my phone. I was like, "What? You
I
mean
mean, it
I
used to
can
be
do
harder. Now you
this?"
can just like press that little button there, and you're
Yeah,
good.
and they're like, "Yeah, that's been like that forever." I'm like, "No, it hasn't. I had the first generation iPhone. That
Yeah.
didn't happen."
When was the first time you saw a smartphone in person, or an iPhone specifically? I guess.
My older brother got one,
Hmm.
and
How
then
old were you?
I was probably like 15, something like that. 15. Wait, no,
How old are you, John?
I can't remember. I'm 32. When did
32.
the
Okay.
iPhone come out?
Let's look it up.
I think I was probably like later teens.
Came out in June 29th, 2007. So I was 12 years old when it came out.
Yeah, I was about that. How old are you?
I'm 29.
You're 29.
So you'd be like 15 or something.
Yeah. So yeah, that sounds about right. 15, 14, 15, 16, something like that. Yeah,
I
I was like,
remember the first
I
time I saw an
want
iPhone, I
one.
was at the Atlanta Aquarium, and there's just like a crowd of people at the tank, like the big giant tank with all the sharks, and then just one hand reaches up from the crowd holding an iPhone with the camera on. I'm like, what is that? Doesn't look like a camera. I'm used to, the either
Yeah,
I
the
remember
old
I grew up with
digital
like
cameras.
Polaroids. Yeah, I grew up like the digital cameras. You have to go to Walmart and get them, the disposable cameras.
Oh yeah.
Um, we had a couple Polaroids growing up. Then we had like the giant ass like camcorder.
Oh yeah, the cassette, not the cassette,
Yep.
but like the
Well,
actual
we had
VHS
one with
ones.
not cassette. Yeah, VHS.
Yeah. No, I saw the iPhone. I was like, I want one. And my dad's all like,
Yeah, I
well,
remember.
get a job.
Oh my god. So many hours wasted like coveting different technologies or games or whatever, like just on the website looking at all the details when I'm 12.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I need that? But like, oh, look at all the things it can do.
Yeah. Yeah, but well, I got a job and got an iPhone. I was picking tomatoes. Found a farmer in town that needed a hand, which is crazy because like I only worked like 6 hours every day, like 5 days a week, just picking tomatoes and tending to tomato plants. And he was paying me cash, $35 an hour.
Wow. Back
Yeah.
then,
Yeah. And I was like
I mean,
14,
what's it like?
15.
What's it like? $50 an hour now or something?
Yeah.
Probably not, like 42. Probably 42 or 45.
So like, and then I got my brother a job there, and we were just like bawling. They had so much money. Everyone just all like, how do you guys have money? Like, go pick tomatoes with us. I don't want to pick
What'd you do
tomatoes.
with all of it? You got an iPhone, and then what'd you do?
We got iPhones. We bought Xboxes. We bought our TVs.
Okay, wait. Okay, this is
Stuff like that.
important. This will determine the trajectory of our friendship. But did you like Call of Duty or Halo more?
Um, that was, we play them both every day.
Okay.
I
Well, we
can't.
can still be friends now, at least. But did you have a preference?
Um, I would say
It's
I
not
was a
hard.
big
It's not hard.
Halo fan
There you go.
until
There you go. Until what?
um, Call of Duty. What was it? The Modern Warfare came out.
Okay.
Then
When
my
did that
brother
come out?
was
Like around
stuck
Halo
on
3
that.
time?
About that, if I believe so. But the number one game that my brother and I always played together was Rainbow Six.
Which one? Oh my
We
gosh,
played
what was the
all of
one that
them. We played Rainbow Six
Vegas?
Vegas.
Vegas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vegas. Vegas 2. and then once Siege came out.
Oh yeah, it's like frame of reference is strange for me. That's like a game I played like one of the games I played the most on my Steam account. I have like almost 400 hours in it. I'm like, man, I played that game a lot. And I look at my friends that like have 2,000 hours in several games. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, Rainbow Six, that was like, oh man, there was no game better than that.
Did you play the really old Rainbow Six? I played a little bit of Vegas. I played a lot of Siege. But did you play like
the old
like the original
ones?
Yeah, the old PC games. I grew up with those. So I had that, and then what is it, Rogue Spear? It's like
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever play like Splinter Cells? All the Splinter Cells as well?
Yep.
Yeah, we were huge into Tom Clancy. We had like Tom Clancy everything. We had his books, we had his movies, his games. Just like,
Noah, your friend has to have the TISM. You can't spend 6,000 hours in Gmod. It's just like a box where you like make stuff. It's a sandbox. It's just it's literally a sandbox. You just make stuff. You move your toys around. I can't do that for 6,000 hours. I can't do that for 5 hours.
I don't even know what Gmod is.
It's do you ever play like Portal or Half-Life?
Oh yeah,
Valve games. Yeah. So it's like that. It's in that style of like like the Xbox One, or maybe 360 Valve games. Looks like Half-Life 2, and it's just has all the models from all those games, and you can just like pop them up, and the NPC's running around. You have all the guns, and it's just you're just in a big box, and you play around with the assets of the game, basically. So, yeah, it's just an engine with assets in it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I never played that one. I remember Portal. I probably was like 5 hours into Portal, and I was like, I hate this game.
You get stuck on one?
I just got stuck on some. My brother beat it like 4 or 5 times, but I'm just forget this game.
Do you ever get stuck on a game for like when you get stuck in a game? It sounds like you give up, but I'm going to give you another chance. Do you get stuck in a game? Do you like come back to it over and over trying to figure it out? Like what's the most you've gotten stuck on one game trying to figure it out?
Probably Portal, and I just never came back to it. I think that's like the only game I ever just was like, okay, you win.
Wow. Oh no, I'm way too stubborn. I probably spent 6 months on Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. I had breezed through quite a lot of the game, and then towards the last like probably 3 hours, there's a point where, and it's like not even a puzzle, and that's what made me so mad when I figured it out. It's like you just end up in this tower, and there's like a box, and you see a rail. You can like jump up and grab on the rail. And I would spend an hour like every day jumping on like, what am I missing? Trying to figure it out. What is that? Yes, I'm being handed some kind of food. What is this? Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. I spent probably 20 something hours collectively over like 6 months getting on and just being frustrated. Like, what am I missing? It's just a room at the bottom of a tower. There's a box. You jump on it and you climb the wall. You jump and you land. You grab onto a railing and you swing. And I was like, what am I missing? So what the answer is, you like stop swinging. And your guy can turn around and you swing. You jump off. You jump onto the wall. Jump off the wall, and there's one above. There's another railing above you where you can't see it. The camera doesn't show you it. And like one day I did that like on accident. I'm like, oh my, that was it? Was this supposed to be like just like, was this even a puzzle? Like I didn't feel good completing that. This made me feel dumb.
I think there's another Half-Life. You know when you get teleported into like
that game was Prince of Persia: Sands of Time for the Xbox. Yeah, Half-Life 1 when you get teleported?
Yeah, when you get teleported. No, the first one. When you get teleported to like a different planet or whatever. That one took me forever. That one probably took me like 2 weeks. That one mission probably took me like 2 weeks to beat because I just couldn't figure it out.
Have you ever beaten Halo 2 on Legendary?
I don't think so.
That's hard. Me and my wife did it. It's even harder on co-op because if either of you die, you go back to the checkpoint and it gives you like 20 lives basically. And if you die that many times, you have to go back to the checkpoint before that.
Oh gosh.
It's difficult. But I've only beaten it twice in my life on Legendary, probably.
Gears was pretty good. I've beaten Gears on like the hardest levels, but that's more of like just a slasher game. Just go in there and cause havoc.
Okay. I've always been under the impression that Gears of War is for black people and Mexicans. Do you like that?
Yeah, I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with that. Every black friend I had, whenever we hang out with them, Gears is on. Gears.
Yep.
Yep.
Like white, like other kids like it too, but it's like if you had a black friend, a Mexican friend, it was like that was their game. It was always on.
Yeah, and then like you can like, well, you're like, let's just play some COD or some Halo or some like Rainbow Six.
Nah, man.
Like that stuff's way too technical. That stuff's way too realistic. I'm like, what?
I just want the big shouldered man with a chainsaw.
Yeah. Just want to go there, cut some grubs apart.
Yeah, my wife was just telling me in the car earlier today that she wants to play Gears again.
Probably download that sometime. I'm in the middle of trying to beat what's it called? Ghost Recon
Wildlands or whatever it is.
No, it's the other one. Bad Broken something or
Bad Broken something.
Yeah, it's the newer one, the one after Badlands.
Whatever it is, they need to fire their marketing person because you can't remember it.
Yeah, all I know is just Ghost Recon. It's Tom Clancy, Ghost Recon. So
I haven't played Ghost Recon since whichever one came out for the 360.
Yeah. I haven't played video games in like a couple months.
Yeah, me neither. I haven't even plugged in my PC in like 2 months or something. Is it Ghost Recon Breakpoint?
I think that's what it is.
I don't know. When was the last time you were excited about a game?
I don't know. I really don't keep up with them that much anymore. I mean, like if I see them, I'm like, oh, okay, oh wow, that came out. And even if they do, like, even if there is a game that I do want, I'll wait like a year to buy it because I was like, you're gonna sell this to me at like $80.
Yeah, but I could wait a year and buy it for 20 used.
Yeah.
Or maybe it comes on Game Pass or whatever you use. I'm sure there's tons of ways you can.
Yeah, exactly. I can't do that. I can't just go like, oh yeah, I spent $80 for this game. Then I'm not going to really play that much.
The last one I was probably excited about was probably Breath of the Wild. Honestly, like the last time I anticipated coming out. But I have Tears of the Kingdom. I've played it for like 3 hours. I just haven't picked it up. Even though I love Zelda, I've loved Zelda since I was a child, a wee lad. Just I don't know.
You see, like we never played like those old school games, like the old school ones. Like the very first game we ever played, video game, was the very first Call of Duty on PC.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, and then after that,
it's not that crazy. To me, it's crazy.
Like after that, then they're like, "You want to try Mario?" I tried Mario. I was like, "Where's my M1 Garen? Where's my Thompson? Where's my Panzerfaust? I
have to jump on their heads. I mean, it's like I can pretend it's curb stopping, but it's not the same.
You can't teabag in this. Come on.
Is your dad a boomer? Are your parents boomers?
Yeah.
My parents are boomers. They're in their mid 60s now. And I remember my dad saying like in college, he remembers Pong coming out. And I think maybe it was even after he graduated college. The first Mario Brothers came out and like him and all his friends were playing it. And he grew up going to the arcades and stuff. So, I mean, it's not like he for whatever reason, he was really interested in games. Like I remember when we were playing the PlayStation 2 and my dad's just like flabbergasted at Metal Gear Solid 2. Like, how can it ever look better than this? Look at the rain. Look at the rain bouncing off. Look at the rain impacting the side of the ship. It looks like real life. I remember my dad saying all this. And now you look back and you're like,
Just
I
like,
mean,
ugh.
it's a great game, really good writing, but like
Yeah,
it looks like potatoes.
exactly. And then now, like even now, like there's a couple of games that are just like insanely realistic. Like, do you watch? Have you heard of the channel Djibouti?
No, I haven't. Oh, Sevenscape says I was so hypnotized by the PS2 controller design, but all I did was make it black. Well, I kind of miss when everything was like gamey and like goofy and like colorful. Like even cell phones used to be like that. Like all the flip phones and everybody's phone was like, I've got this one that you go like this and it flips and it's like, you know what was that one called? It was like a stick that has had two pieces on it. I had a little like a circle button in the middle, it flipped like that. And you know, you have the ones where it slides up, and now it's just everybody has this
Oh
this
yeah,
this brick with glass on it.
yeah. And like there
The
was the ones
juke.
where like I had this one phone where like you can slide it two different ways. Like you can slide it
Yep.
vertically
Yeah.
and then you can slide
Up
it
or
horizontally.
turn, and then you get your keyboard. I also miss like
Yeah.
actual tactile sidekick might be it. I miss like physical keyboards. I'd be able to like text
Hmm.
my friend. I'd be able to text people in class because I could just feel the keyboard in my pocket, even like through my pocket. I'd be able to type stuff out. Can't do that with a phone. Not like I
Yeah.
need that anymore. I'm not in school. I don't have to you know, whatever
And then
whatever it
yeah,
is.
and then they have like that featured now, like on the keyboard, you just slide your finger around. I'm like, this is bull crap.
Did you ever like wear hoodies at school and you'd cut like a hole in the middle pocket so you could string up your earbuds and then like you'd listen to music like this while your head's on your your elbows on your desk?
No.
Oh, I did that every day for like 4 years in a row. That's how I made it through school.
Listening to Reliant K.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Skillet.
Definitely back then, yes. There's probably only like 5 or 6 Skillet songs I can stomach now.
Yeah, their new stuff, like it got like way too like rock pump poppy for me. I was just like, like you're trying to be like
Yeah.
a worship band that's like, oh, but we play hard rock.
I mean, I always kind of
We
looked at
go
them
drop D
as like
sometimes.
Christian, yeah, drop T. I always kind of looked at them as like Christian 3 Days Grace, like they're just trying
Oh
to take
yeah.
or maybe like Breaking Benjamin, probably 3 Days Grace. They're probably more close to 3 Days Grace. I mean, even people say they straight up ripped off one of their songs. What was it? Monsters, like a pretty similar to what was it? Animal I've Become or something. I can't remember the 3
Oh
Days Grace
yeah.
song.
Yeah, I know that song. I
But
remember
they're
that
pretty
riff.
similar, especially in the chorus.
I remember like what was it called? It was like one of their old albums. I can only remember like it was like
Oh,
this
they've got some weird.
orange.
Their first like 2 albums are so garbage.
Yeah.
If you look, you try to listen to it, you're like, I,
Yeah. I'm like,
yeah. It's just like you. I would scrub this from everything. It's really
yeah,
bad.
exactly.
Well, it's like some of their like okay, like the third album on in comparison to their first 2 albums, like gold in comparison.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
But comparison to like just music in general, D minus. With like I would say 5 to 10 songs of B to B plus probably.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Crap, I forgot now.
You ever listen to Hawk
Oh, this
Nelson?
song, Hawk Nelson. Yeah,
Oh yeah, dude.
I forgot about those guys. But that one song
Is
from
that why you
Skillet,
packed up and moved to
Savior.
California?
I moved
Hop
to California.
on board before we get older. Come on, you know that song.
Yeah, I do know that song. I was forced to move to California. Well, of course, I was a child.
You were forced to immigrate as a child.
Forced to move to California as a child. Yeah.
Where were you? You weren't born
And
in
my
California.
dad. No, I was born in New Mexico.
I see. In Albuquerque.
Yep.
That's where my dad lived. Much of his upbringing.
It's a trash city now.
I've never been to it.
It's, ugh, it's horrible now. You know, like I was so pissed when we moved here to California because like we were my dad like just graduated. He got his master's in math and stuff. Then he got a job out here on this naval base where we are now. He's like, he comes home. Like, we're moving to California. We're just like, yeah, yeah,
It's the land of sun.
yeah. We're gonna be walking around LA with palm trees. And my brother and I were like, we can just ride our bike to the beaches and watch all the girls. We're like, yeah, yeah,
Thanks, Dad.
yeah. So we were telling all of our friends, and everybody was like, oh, I'm so lucky. And then we moved here. It's in the middle of the desert next to Death Valley.
Was it more desert than back in New Mexico?
No, it's still just desert. Just desert. It's hotter here than it is out there.
It was just the dreams, the boyhood dreams crush of the girls at the beach.
Yeah, we were just like, what?
We're in the. It's hotter, and we don't have friends here.
Yeah, and we moved here like I think it was like in June or something like that. So it was like it was like about this time right now. It's like right at the beginning of summertime. It was like 112. My mom was like 8 months pregnant with one of my sisters. And she was just all frustrated because it was so hot. We were just sitting here like we have nothing to do. We have no friends.
It would not be fun moving with a 8-month pregnant wife in the middle of the summer. That would not be fun.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad took that like a champ. Yeah, but luckily we did find some friends. So
that's good. I'm glad you didn't have like a. I'm glad you weren't. What?
The very first like friend that we actually like met here is a dude named Benjamin, and we actually got in a fight with him. Like the first.
Is that how you became friends?
Pretty much, like the classic story. Beat each other up. Well, I beat him up, and then Rel was like, "You're pretty cool. You took that like a champ." Yeah, it was fun.
I never moved until I was 19. It was the first time I moved out of the house I grew up in. So I don't know what it's like to have to like relocate while you're in the middle of high school or anything like that.
I got here like my freshman year of high school.
Okay, I was expelled from high school sophomore years, but it's not quite the same as having to move states or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I enjoy it here. Like now that I got older, like I said, like it is California. California does suck, but
I mean, did it suck back then? Was it always bad?
I never really got into like any like political stuff when I was like younger. That happened more like later in life when I started.
Right, that's most people.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, I'm just having fun, every weekend.
Where did the fun go? Is it still fun there?
It can be, but you got to be around like the bar crowd.
I see.
Yeah,
the 20-somethings.
Yeah, and like especially now because like I can go to the bar this weekend and I'll see the exact same people there I saw when I was like 21, still going to the same bar, still at the same pool table.
That's kind of scary to me.
Yeah, it's like, but now you guys are like 50 pounds heavier, and just all the women are tatted up and ran through. All the men are still on coke, still drunk. I'm just like, really, guys? You're still doing this?
Is it just like high school plus or college plus to these people or something?
Exactly. That's exactly what it's like. It's like a country song, basically.
Oh my god. Do you like country music?
If it's like old school country.
Right. We have to have different names for it. I call it like stadium country, the new stuff. It's like my least favorite genre of music ever. But stuff before that, because to me it's very fake. It's like people trying to capitalize off of like some like the culture or the people. So they sing about stuff they can't relate to at all, just because they know other people relate to it, and it's just a product. But yeah, I always try to say like, oh, I like bluegrass or folk or Americana, or you could say like old country or whatever. But Whenever I hear
Yeah,
people
like
say they
people
like
like
country, it's
Travis
usually
Tritt.
just this metrosexual trash.
Yeah, I'm like what happened to like the whining and the crying of the steel guitar and
Right.
talking about like how you lost a loved one,
Where'd the
like
blues
talking
go? You're
about
saying
like where'd the pain go in the song in the music? Like that was
now
the
it's
whole
just
purpose of it.
women, beer, trucks, more women. Like what
I
else?
got my
That's it.
tailgate up. It's like, oh really? You put your tailgate up? Oh, I'm good. I'm happy for you, pal.
What's your
Yeah.
opinion on metal, John? Over to you.
My opinion on metal, that's basically all I listen to.
Yeah, I don't listen to it as much. I come kind of comes in weeks at a time. What kind of metal do you listen to?
A lot of deathcore
Okay, like
and
name some bands.
like Thy Art Is Murder.
Okay,
Who else? I don't even listen to the artists.
basically just that.
Um, I do listen to a lot of Thy Art Is Murder. Those guys are probably most of my favorite. Like Trivium, Thy Art Is Murder. Um, what's their name? They just came out with a new album. All That Remains.
Oh my god, I haven't listened to this stuff in forever. Ever heard of Meshuggah? Yes, I have heard of Meshuggah. Meshuggah! You always have to yell it. You ever heard of Meshuggah?
I don't think so.
Wow, really? Huh. Very popular with people that like the metals.
As long as you have like a very good hard um, breakdowns, I'm good with it.
Okay, you're into the breakdowns. One
Yeah.
album I would recommend. It might not be like the exact genre you're looking for, but I've been hyping this album up for people, especially if you're into like conspiracies or AI or anything like that. It's an album called I just lost the name. My gosh, why does this keep happening? My brain just hides things from me lately. It doesn't always do that. It's Project 86 new album called Omni Part 1. There it is. You ever listen to Project 86? My middle school band teacher told me to listen to this band. Here, where we go, where we are.
Really, Project 86?
Yeah,
Why does that sound? That does sound familiar.
this album, highly recommended.
Okay.
It's in the distant year of freaking chickens are freaking out. It's in the distant future where a company that has created AI has unleashed it upon the world, and it has like become the god of the world. That's the fictional story.
Huh. I kind of like bands like that that have like a theme to their music,
Yeah,
like
you like
Trivium.
concept albums where it's like a story
Yeah,
or yeah.
yeah, like Trivium does that a lot. I don't know if you're familiar with them at all.
Yeah, I haven't listened to them in like I don't know 8 years something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, those guys. I like those guys.
You ever listen
Those guys were the
to
actually ones that I really wanted to like start playing like actual get into like technical metal guitar stuff.
instead
I
of
used to
just
like
0002300?
Here's a little
Do you think
triplet here and there.
do you think in when you're playing guitar, do you think in tabs? Do you think in notes? How do you think?
Um, Normally I read notes because I mean I read music. Um, so normally it's notes. Tabs are tabs are okay. I like tabs. They're very helpful.
Yeah, if you just want to learn something quick, it doesn't tell you like
Mhm.
the rhythm typically, or they try to sometimes, but it doesn't tell you, the whole note, half note, quarter note stuff.
Yeah.
And I think if people only are using tabs, it really limits their thinking usually because they're not actually learning the fretboard. I don't think of it as like first fret, second fret, third fret, fourth fret. Typically, I think about like the third fret on the E string's a G, and going up a whole step from that is A, and all that stuff.
Yeah, and normally when I'm breaking down like riffs or solos, it's more through like the chord progression of the song and everything like that. where like I knew a couple people where I like just it's Discord, 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 and Discord, and they just look at me like I don't know what that is. I'm like, you play guitar, right?
13th
Yeah.
fret and then the 12th
And
fret.
what is that? I'm like I only read tabs, man. Like God.
Is it just because guitar is like one of the most popular instruments of the last, I don't know, 150 years or something?
I think a lot of people thought like guitar was really gonna get them girls and stuff like that.
It will. It definitely will.
It can, yeah. But like they're like, this is the only thing I know, so this is all I can do. It's just tabs.
I'm a drummer, so soloing to a chord progression blows my mind. How does it blow your mind? I don't mean like
you just
I mean when you're doing a solo, you're and when if you're doing a solo, even if you're improvising, you're doing chords or I mean, if you break down most of them, they're all chords. I mean, they're switching between chords a lot of the times, or playing the same chord in multiple positions, or I mean, it depends on the solo. But
yeah, because every all music has to be brought down to its basic form. Hold on real quick.
Holding. What is the best indie band? I'm probably not the best one to talk about that. Like, I don't know. How would you even define indie? Like
Indie?
Independent, not on a label, or indie like?
Are you talking like White Stripes kind of stuff?
Or like what are they called? The Lumineers? Is that indie? Oh my gosh, no, I hate this. I hate
when I hear
this.
indie, I think of like hipster stuff.
Yeah. I hate when people talk about like the Dorian mode and Aeolian and all that. I hate it. How do you feel about talking about the Greek modes?
The Greek modes? I'm not too familiar with that.
Okay. Well, the best way to think about it, I think, is Dorian mode. That's your 2 chord. That's it. Stop making it complicated. Phrygian, man. That's the 7 chord, isn't it? I don't hate music theory. I just hate when you label something that just makes it more complicated. There's no reason.
Yeah.
Mixolydian, no, stop it. That's just the 5th. That's the 5th chord. Stop it. Stop it. Bad. Because prayer. Because if I say,
I really gotta brush up on my music theory. I've been out of music for way too long.
If I say, John, can you play the sound of the 5th chord? Is that more? Is that get you there closer than if I say, hey, can you play a Mixolydian lick?
Yeah.
Do you know what this is getting into the weeds? Do you know the sound, the unique sound of the 5th chord? What is it?
I can't remember.
It's the dominant 7. It's the dominant 7. That's it. It's the same as an Ionian. It's the same as the 1 chord, but it's got a flat 7. That's it. That's the sound.
Yeah, I don't get too technical like that shit.
I just think about it like we're typically playing within the key. If we're playing out of the key, it's usually one of these couple chords. It's usually a major 3 or a minor 4 chord, because those are changing. Those are adding one note out of the key, and they're both adding the same note, so they have the same source.
Yeah,
like that's if you can know those like quick shortcuts. It's like most songs are within the key, like just totally. And if it's out of the key, it's most likely this. You can kind of make educated guesses. It doesn't have to be like that. I mean, there's 5 other notes out of the key,
mm-hmm.
But it's usually that
starting to come back now. Yeah, I gotta refresh on my music theory. I've been out of playing music in so long. My guitar doesn't even have strings on it.
Oh,
I
can't
find my bridge.
Yes, there you go. Yes, whole step, half, whole half, whole half. Yeah, I mean, that's the formula, but it's also a lot easier if you're.
I remember learning that like when I was like a kid in piano.
Yeah, I mean that right there. I mean, some people aren't going to see this WWH thing and be like, what? But that's just the do re mi. That's your sound of music.
Yeah.
The do re mi so fa la ti do. What's the best indie band?
I don't listen to that. I had a hipster girlfriend, and after I had to listen to her music all the time, I was like, I'm never dating a hipster again.
Hank Flamo, what's the best indie band?
I have no idea. Wait. I do. I would say it's Key Gen Church. Yes, it's
What was
just
it?
one guy.
Keith what?
Key Gen Church. Yeah, I'll just get a
Keith
link for you.
Okay, I don't think I've heard that. How do you guys feel about Mumford and Sons? Is that indie? Definitely not like actually independent. I'm pretty sure they're huge and on a label and such, but is that what people call indie?
Oh, I'm trying to remember Mumford and Sons.
I don't think they're very good.
I know them.
But
I know
tons
them.
of people like them. My wife likes them. I don't care for them very much. Keegan Church, interesting. Okay.
Kegels?
Negative.
Who said what?
Keegan Church.
Oh.
K-E-Y-G-N Church.
Oh, Mumford and Sons. Yeah. No, no, they're not my type at all. Way too slow for me.
I heard of Booty Warriors, but never a Booty Alchemist.
Well,
yeah, I mean he's got to
nice to
transmute
meet
the
you.
booty.
I thought human transmutation was banned.
Not in California. Everything's legal there.
Oh, that's a good point there.
Yeah, I don't think there is
Jersey.
anything. I think the only thing illegal to do here
Is be
was
straight?
to be straight.
Yeah, be straight and drive a car with bad emissions. They hate that there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like now, like they have. I know if you get like a Tesla or any like e-car, things like that,
Low Korean.
they tax you. They tax you for every mile you drive. They tax you for all kinds of stuff now.
Sorry, I got it wrong earlier. Phigrian is the 3 chord. Low Korean is the 7 chord. I apologize. Is it a sin to vote red in California?
Is it what?
Is it illegal to vote red?
Actually, you'd be surprised how many people vote red.
Yeah, it's illegal. It's legal to vote red. There's a lot of red voters. It's just you're run by L.A. and San Francisco.
Right.
Yeah, like Silicon
what about San
Valley
Diego?
and
San
all those
Diego
people.
blue.
San Diego, most of it's pretty based.
Okay.
Yeah, like a lot of like the people like you meet there are pretty based. I mean, like there's a huge Marine base there as well, and a lot of actually hardworking people. A lot of Mexicans.
Yeah, I mean, we understood what you meant without the redundancy of that second part.
Yeah. But yeah, like
Phrygian. What did I say? Phrygian, Phygrian. I don't know. Dude. That's all made up. I don't care. Phygrian. I'll say it the way that makes you mad.
Philagrian.
Yeah. Fettuccine. It's a straight up fettuccine to me now. Hank, do you listen to metal music?
Oh, absolutely.
What's your Pellegrino? Sorry, Pellegrino is my favorite mode. What's your favorite metal band?
I haven't thought about that too much. I'll get back to you on that because there's so many good ones. I don't know. I don't have a favorite right now, so I'll get back to you.
Yeah, the thing is like I'm not like 16 anymore, where like I have to know like every single artist and every single thing. I just hit Spotify, like
let it go. Or...
Spotify. Yeah.
Okay. Do you like press like, oh, I want to listen to that one again? You heart it or whatever, favorite it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I do have TikTok brain in that sense. I'm just like, take it away, Spotify.
I do that sometimes. I very much need to be in control. I don't like when other people play music in the car. I'm like, you can pick a song, but that's it. Maybe you can pick an album, a band, but maybe we can pass it back and forth. But I'm not just gonna like relinquish it. My wife is like the only person I will relinquish the music to.
If it's like a 4-hour drive, I'm like, you can have maybe 15 minutes of the time to play a song. But other than that, it's like, put your trash away.
What's your least favorite?
Trash.
What's your least favorite genre of music?
Probably modern country.
Yeah, we went over that. That's bad. I feel like
Just,
I don't know why I've always associated rap and country together. Like that's like, I think there's good country, especially the older stuff. I think there's good rap, kind of especially the older stuff. I like golden age rap. I've liked that since I was a kid. But both of them just seem like, why is there so much low quality music that's popular in both of these genres?
Is slam poetry technically music? If so, that's my least favorite.
I mean, that's
poetry.
Like, I mean, it can be on a meter. Maybe it has like drums and bass to it, but there's one I actually opened up for this slam poet named Levi the Poet. He's a Protestant guy, really wild looking dude. My metal band opened up for him once.
Interesting.
I opened up for a slam poet one time. I did a comedy show, and he got mad at me because I stole the show away from him. Although I only did like 10 minutes, and he did like 45 minutes of like slam poetry.
Let me pull this guy up. This guy is wild.
He's like, the only reason is like the point of being an opener is just to get people going. You're like, you don't have to steal the show, man. Like, I'm bad, dude. I was like, sorry, nobody likes slam poetry.
Please just do better.
Yeah.
That's all I tell them. When I start a show, then you're not trying hard enough.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, whatever, dude. I mean, like, I was just super happy I got that gig, and I was just like, okay, yeah, my bad, man, my bad.
I'm gonna play.
But,
I'm
like,
gonna play.
in the back of my head, I was just like
5 seconds of this, just in the middle, so you can see. This is the guy we opened up for.
Diamond voice shouting and shouting.
That's it. Okay.
Yep.
No.
He's a really nice guy, and he has stuff that's actually more musical that is pretty good. But definitely like, it's just my feelings.
Here's my fifis. This is how I feel. I got big feelings.
Tragic backstory. His dad killed himself. So yeah, a lot to shout about. But.
Yeah. Sounds like
hello.
What is it?
Logan.
Like loud noises.
Why are we yelling?
Steve Carell.
Wait, why aren't we yelling?
I drank some coffee earlier, and I don't know why it messed up my throat so bad, but like all day since like 7 hours ago, my throat's been all gross from that coffee. I don't know what it did.
I've had like 5 cups of coffee already today.
I've just been kind of wiped today because I had a 4-day drill.
What do you do?
How does it?
Are you
Do
like
what's up?
You like work at a prison or something?
No, I'm a security guard at a refinery.
Oh yeah, yeah. People want to get that oil, so yeah, he's actually busy.
He's busy enough to talk with us all day.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, I have like 2 hours of real work, and then I sit on my butt and watch live streams.
Of course, because that's how you secure things.
Yeah, that's how security works. Yeah, anybody that didn't know, most security jobs, you will get paid to sit on your butt for like half the time.
Yeah, and if someone does attack you, you wouldn't have to stop them. You just there's a signpost.
You press a button, you call 911. Is that what you do? Like, what are you supposed to do if something happens? Somebody's aggressing.
I'm supposed to call backup, de-escalate the situation if possible, call 911.
So basically,
and then if they're somewhat cooperative, hold them there until police arrive. But I'm not supposed to get into any sort of physical altercation.
You can't apprehend
at all?
No, not really.
What do you mean not really? Like you have like a taser?
No, I am at this job at least. I am completely unarmed. The company that I work with, Garda, does have armed security positions, but this is not one of them.
You should spend all day practicing with like a pole arm and like get really good at like some kind of Irish Celtic like stick martial arts.
Get a pike, or what is it, a dike? Just sit there.
Hey. I know California's been rubbing off on you too much, dude.
No, that's a real thing.
I mean, yesterday I got taught how to use a 36-inch riot baton, so.
Oh, nice.
A big stick. You'd like.
The baton. They were
what's
very
the craziest
clear.
thing that's happened on your job?
Here at the refinery,
Yeah.
I had a
Just like a really
kid
good
that was
Jim Bob stream or
almost.
something?
I had a kid that was almost certainly on something. He had jumped the fence on the other side of the refinery after getting in a high-speed pursuit with police, and his buddy, I guess, who was also definitely on something, crashing the car. So he hopped the fence, ended up over here, and so I was like trying to keep him calm while like getting him to talk and everything while I had backup on the way. Eventually, I was trying to be nice because it was very obviously like a teenage boy in over his head, but like eventually we were like sitting there talking to him, getting details to file reports and stuff for it, and the officer shows up, and the officer just immediately hands behind your back, cuff, drags him into the police car, and I was like, oh well, there went being nice.
It sounded like you were
Job's
like
Come again.
have you ever been
Come
smoking
again.
weed?
Thank
Have you ever been
come
smoking
again.
weed with your friends? Like one of your friends gets too high and like you calmly go over and lock the doors and just like, hey buddy, like you want to watch a show or something? Like you have to like play the damage control, like act like you're not. That's no reason to freak out, man.
That happened
Oh,
once. That
okay,
happened
so-
once 'cause- oh, go ahead, Logan.
My friends and I call that tard wrangling. Usually you're the least messed up person, and so you have to stop and basically babysit the people that are more messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on both ends of that equation.
When I was living in Las Vegas, they have they back when I was there, they had like super like hard laws on weed. Like if you get caught with anything, like it's no questions asked, straight to jail you go.
That war on drugs, dude.
Yeah, but what they did have that was sold at every smoke shop was spice.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So we would smoke that all the time. And one time we had a buddy come over from California, to come visit us, and he's like,
You had spice and you didn't die.
Yeah,
I did die. Is this the spice melange? What do you guys? I don't know. What you guys are talking about.
It's synthetic weed.
Yeah, it's synthetic
basically
cannabis.
Just a bunch of chemicals put together.
And you can have that,
Mixed
but
with
not
some-
the plant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
because
sounds
plants are
weird.
evil.
Yeah.
that's a
Well,
little weird.
So most
It's the same
places have
effect and
cracked
everything.
down. Most places have cracked down really bad on spice.
From what I've
Whatever
heard,
you
it's
wanna call
basically illegal to have now.
Yeah, because it's way worse. It does way more to you.
Yeah, my buddy tripped out on it. Like he just lost his mind. He went to like the biggest panic mode I've ever seen anybody go through. I was
Is
just
he all
like,
good?
okay.
He didn't like lose. He didn't alter his personality, or he didn't get lost. Did he come back?
No, it's all good. I mean, like the high is super, super short. I mean, like you smoke it and you're only high for like 15 minutes. And then you got to smoke again. Then you're only high for like another 15 minutes. Then after that, you have a migraine. And you're just like, I'm going to go to bed.
What's your guys' opinion on Trank? I don't have one. I don't know.
I also
Imagine
don't
that's a
have an
drug.
opinion.
I don't know.
Oh,
know
you mean
what
like
is
the
drink?
horse tranquilizer?
I guess so.
Oh, I don't know. I've never
That
done
sounds way worse than the horse paste. The horse paste is legit. But
Yeah,
Trank, I don't
aerospace
know.
is legit, yes. In fact, there's been actual research studies that says that it could be a potential cancer treatment, not medical advice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I don't know if COVID exists still, I guess at least, but it definitely helped me. The horse paste. I had apple horse paste on a cracker, and I within like 3 hours, I went from being lethargic and like being short of breath, to feeling like I was in a musical. So
Did you actually take the horse paste or? were
Oh, I
you
took the
prescribed
horse
with it?
paste. I know. I went to the Tractor Supply store and bought 4 boxes of horse paste.
Seriously?
What
Yeah,
is
yeah.
horse
They
paste?
make-
It's ivermectin.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
And the drug companies don't like it because they don't get patents for it, so
Mm.
they're losing a lot of money.
It's crazy cheap. It's crazy cheap. It's effective. It's
Is it like?
I've seen it
widely
before.
accessible.
Is it just like a pep up solution for horses?
It's a dewormer. It like,
Oh,
Yes, it's a nutrition cocktail.
Yeah.
yeah.
and,
It's
I think I got
it's good.
I think I got COVID before like right before COVID.
That's
was
a bad word. You're not allowed to say that on YouTube.
Well, yeah, if we say Corona, we could be talking about beer, and that's fine. So.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
My bad.
Or we talk about cards too, because that has Corona. Or we talk about the sun, that's a Corona.
The thing that's strange about ivermectin is why does a horse parasite dewormer cure a viral infection?
Because it trains the body to fight the stuff. The virus is acting in a way that hits both at the same time.
It's a bunch of little worms. People are spreading worms around.
In
I
some
know.
sense, yeah.
China.
It came from China. It's their virus. That's all I'm saying. The Wu flu.
It
They've
came
got
from
the best viruses.
China.
So they can make the best stuff.
Yeah.
I think I got it like right before it like happened because I remember like I was sick probably for about like 3 weeks, and then I got better and got back to work, and then everybody was all like, "Oh my god, everyone's gonna die!" My boss was like, "Wear this mask." I was just like, "No."
I have a friend that says he still can't taste right since he got it like 4 years ago.
Yeah. You know what's funny? The only place that actually that I went to that checked for a vax card was an OTO meet. That's the only place. Not the courthouse, not my work, even I was working logistics. Just an OTO meet. That's the only place that actually carded for papers. And you don't even need them, you just wear a mask instead.
I remember one of the times I had to wear a mask. They were like, we were trying to go to this bar in San Francisco, and they're like, "You can't come in without a mask." I was like, "Well, I don't have a mask. I don't do that crap." He's like, "Well, you can't come in." I'm like, "But all my friends are here. Get a mask." And this girl next to me was like, "I have an extra one." So I put it on. So I put it on. Show him my ID. He's like, "All right, come on in. You can take it off."
Walked
now.
in and
I was
immediately
like,
took it off.
"What?" I was like, I'm sure you're just doing that just to punk everybody.
The only place that checked me was Krispy Kreme. I unfortunately did not get a free donut. It was crazy. Was it bad there where you guys were? It was pretty bad up here in Washington.
It's people are still freaked out, dude. Like, oh my gosh, like just
Are they Asian people? Are they Asian people?
Well, the Asians here have been doing that before.
Yeah.
They always have like their little mask on.
Yep.
Like, but no, like just like a lot of black people mainly. Like
Oh, you got to bring race into this.
Like I'm right here.
Well, it's just a fact. It's a medical
I'm
fact.
right here.
Yeah, I got my
Not
two
medical
brothers
advice.
right here, and you starting this.
My bad.
Where?
I mean, is this where the booty alchemy comes in? Are you about to like do some magic or something? Because I'm waiting.
Doodly doodly doo.
He's brewing up that potion.
Yeah, a lot of like the black people and a lot of like the like super like intellectual engineer people who just like live off of science basically.
It's the air they breathe.
How do you live off of science? I mean, the academics barely can afford ramen, so.
You talk about it on. You just say buzzwords online and say you effing love science, and then people are like, "Oh!" and they give
Are you
you
guys-
super chats.
Oh, like Sabina does, of course.
Are you
Yeah.
guys familiar with like engineers?
Yes.
I've heard of them.
Yeah.
Like you know
My
how
name- my
like
name-
they're just like they just think they know everything and they're just odd people.
Yeah, like Bill Gates. Yeah, I watched him.
Yeah.
Are you
like,
talking about like practical engineers or like design engineers?
like mechanical engineers, biology engineers, just all the kinds of like
I know
Just super, super,
somebody
super
who is
smart
a
people like
mechanical
that.
engineer who legitimately thinks that he's a reincarnation of Isaac Newton. I'll leave it there.
yeah, those type of
I'm not even
people.
kidding. It's factual.
They're just like, yeah, I went to school for 8 years and now I have to pay $250,000 of debt, and now I wear
They
a
make good
mask.
money though, right? They make good money.
Oh yeah, they make bank, especially because
Friendly reminder:
Don't-
liberal arts
don't-
degrees
don't-
are literally a Ponzi scheme.
It's true, yeah.
Yeah, in fact, some of the science degrees are also Ponzi schemes.
This is true. My wife just brought this up. a Protestant pastor's wife said that she was going to kill her baby and herself for not taking the jibby jab. I remember we were trying to buy, because we didn't know how crazy things were going to get. And we were like, let's just get a trailer. And if anything crazy happens, we can like live on somebody's land for a little bit and figure things out. So we were going to buy this trailer from a lady of somebody we knew, like, hey, you know, my old church, this is the pastor's wife. She's selling this trailer. And back and forth talking with her. And I thought I could just open up like, yeah, you know, we're not getting the jab and we don't know if we're going to lose our business and all this stuff. My wife and I owned a business at the time. And it was like radio silence for like 24 hours. And suddenly I get this like long text about how she's not going to be held responsible for the death of our child. She's not going to sell us the trailer. And I sat there like, how, like, where does this logic come in? Like, I don't understand. Like, if we meet in person, we can do all the stuff, whatever, and use the hand sanitizer. But like, would you? I don't understand. I still can't understand it. But you don't like COVID. You're not gonna get a vaccine, and I don't want to. You're going to kill your child, and I don't want to be a part of it. So I'm not gonna sell you this thing.
No, I quickly like, as soon as like everything started going down, and then they're like, oh, by the way, you know, football season is still on.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I don't care about this at all.
Yeah, all the politicians were still having their massive fundraising dinners and parties and stuff.
Like the day after they like made things more strict on everybody, and like the strip clubs and the bikini baristas and the weed shops, all that's open, but churches have to close. I mean, it's a lot of the clown world stuff.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay. I was like, okay, I don't have to worry about this. I don't care what anybody says, and you aren't going to convince me otherwise.
No, because even from their own narrative and stuff, it was like, oh, you know, it's only really like grandparents and people with compromised immune systems and stuff. And it's like, at the time, it's like, I'm a 19, 20-year-old soldier. I'll be fine doing whatever.
Yeah. I was triggered by the whole thing, and I was contrarian in both directions because I had to keep working. We got to work logistics. I literally go in and work, so I didn't even get a vacation at all. Very annoying. So I knew that the situation was overhyped. It was just hype. It wasn't. Right. It's just a cold. But then the people were scared of the jab. But they were saying the jab could kill everyone. That's ridiculous too. So I actually did get a J&J. That's what it showed. Well, that's just hype too. It's BS all around. Ridiculous. So I'm glad people rised up and just, hey, it's BS all around. It doesn't matter.
I still have never even taken a single test for it.
Me neither.
I got it.
I was that douchebag because like I would have to go on house calls sometimes, and like people will come in. They were like, "Are you vaccinated? Are you jabbed?" Like, no. Do you have a mask? No. Can you wear a mask? No.
No.
It's too hard. Nigel got in the ears.
We just don't want anything. I'm like, all right, call a different plumber.
Oh my.
They're like, but we need this. We haven't had water for like 2 days already. I'm like, okay, let me do my job and I'll be out of here.
We'd have clients that would start talking like, okay, we just got our third booster, and have you gotten yours? I'd be like, yeah, I've gotten everything taken care of.
Why not?
I've gotten everything taken care of, which is I did nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is like you don't need to know anything. I got
more than enough. If someone asked me to put a mask on, I don't know. I didn't try it, but if no one asked me, I would just say, "Oh, I don't have any years. Like, it's too hard for me to put it on."
It's like, no, I don't drink beer in the morning. I'm sorry.
That's good.
I was such a fed up douchebag during 2020 to 2021. Like, I'd walk into a store like I don't care, and somebody like an employee would come and be like, "You're gonna wear this." I'd grab it, put it on, and then rip it in front of them. Just keep walking. Like I don't care. I do that. And they'd like give me another one. Like, "Sir, please, I have to ask you to leave." And I'd be okay. I put it on over my eyes and walk around and bump into stuff. I just like walk around double, giving them the bird. Like I'm over this.
My favorite mask type people were people who stick their nose out. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I
that
would
you
do
just-
that because it's like, okay, I need to get stuff for dinner, so I'm just gonna do this.
I think I get the visual. I want people to see it.
Or chew on it. Even.
This doesn't work. This doesn't work.
Well, even if I have stubble, it doesn't work. It has to have.
You know what? You know what really messed with me during all of it?
Well,
Going into drill and everybody's got a chin diaper on. Because the word came down that we had to wear them. So just in case anybody with like brass shows up, we had to have them. But also nobody actually cared, so we didn't have them on.
Exactly.
I remember the
It was
first time I saw
crazy.
somebody wearing double mask or triple. It was like I was leaving the store. I was doing a lot of like Instacart, like in between our normal job during COVID, and it was so great. I made like 300 something bucks in like 4 hours because of all the crazy tips. You're like, you're risking your life. I'm like, yeah, sure, lady.
Why not?
It's like Nam out here. It's like me and
Yeah.
Nam. I'm just dodging bullets.
Yeah.
Viet Congs jumping out of
It's rough
tunnels.
out here. Yeah, yeah. $100 tip. Thank you.
Yeah, you don't know. Have you looked outside yet? Oh God, no! Oh no!
And I can tell people must have not started. That people stopped taking it as seriously when like my tips just went back to normal. I'm like, man, there was like 3 months there where I could have done this full time and had my retirement just taken care of.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of that is like the only reason why those like Instacart and DoorDash and stuff are still operational.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
They
In
had
fact, they're
lots
gonna
of
run
people.
out, go out of business probably sooner rather than later.
If you're not
I don't
getting
think
paid
it
tips,
will
you don't
go
make
out
money
business.
on them. You don't make money on them
I don't
typically. If you
tip.
don't.
That's a
Yeah.
philosophy
If you
of
don't
mine.
get
I
tips,
tip.
it's like, well, I'm getting paid I'm getting paid per hour, like way under minimum wage, probably because a lot of this is going to my gas. But
Yeah. You know, my grandpa
Well, from-
told us at a very young age. He's like, if you can't do it on your own, don't tip him for it. I'm like, okay. I mean,
if you
I'll
can't
tip
do it
you
on
if-
your own,
I'll tip you if you're like going out of your way, like as a waiter, to do stuff, or if you're really, 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 really.
okay. Let's talk
really,
tip
really
culture.
hot.
If you go to a restaurant, do you automatically tip? Are you giving a tip no
Mm-mm.
matter what?
Tips are for slaves. We shouldn't do it anymore.
I probably, I probably tipped about maybe like 4 times in the past like 3 years.
Oh wow. I still tip like every single time, but I feel weird about it.
Yeah,
Like, for
I
what? Like what? Why am I tipping you to make me a coffee or make
I
me a
Well-
cheeseburger or anything like that?
unless something's like really screwed up, I always tip 20%.
20%. Wow. I don't do. I'll do like, 10 to 15 typically. If it's bad service, I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna tip.
Oh
'cause
yeah, no.
Why would I?
I usually just order carry out. There's no tip culture. You're not handing me the food any more than I'll get the food anyway. So culturally, I'm around it.
I mean, you guys have seen Reservoir Dogs, right? I mean, that's the classic opening talking about the tip culture.
No.
I think I did.
Yeah.
Oh well, you guys don't like Tarantino?
I like it, but like I said, I really don't watch movies that much.
No, okay, all right. I just think that the actual company should pay them a normal amount instead of like, well, we're going to pay you less because other people are supposed to pay you. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
called slavery.
Well, according to the numbers I've seen, like half the time, people that work like jobs where they're expected to get tipped, even though they get reduced minimum wage, they often make more than their minimum wage contemporaries.
right. Yeah, if you're getting tips, yeah. Like I used to work at Papa John's. I made like $3.50 an hour or something like that. But if the tips are coming in, it'd go up to, I don't know, like $8-10 over minimum. But
Yeah.
if it was like on a Tuesday, nobody's tipping, I'm literally paying to be there basically.
Oh, were you like a delivery driver?
Yeah, for like
Oh,
summer.
okay. Yeah, those
Yeah,
guys
I-
make bank though off tips.
Yeah, I have some friends that used to be delivery drivers and waiters and waitresses. Like, yeah, they'd tell me all the time about what's the right time to be delivering or what days you want to be the waiter or waitress and like how they'd make bank on these certain days or for these certain groups, but any other time it's almost losing money to be there.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah, because I was a manager at a pizza factory for a while, and our delivery drivers made like more money than me. Like, what?
Something's wrong.
Yeah, no.
I'm your
Both of-
babysitter.
Both of my roommates used to be both delivery drivers and managers for Domino's, and they quit managing because they made almost twice as much driving delivery.
And probably less stress too, not having to manage everything. Just listen up.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh
Like-
yeah, I'm
Oh, dude,
I'm
that
at
was the most
refused.
stressful job ever. I'm like, that was the job. I was like, I am out of service. I am out of the service industry. I was like, I will never ever be on anybody else's beck and call for anything.
Yeah, I'm a trained work. I've been refusing for years of going into management because people are annoying. People are annoying. I'm good at showing them what to do though, because I could actually make a document that's readable and and explain how it works and where stuff goes. But if I'm a manager, I had to keep track of it and make calls and say, "Hey, it's time to work. Come back, come to work," and because you said you worked today, and you do the interviews and stuff. It's got so. Plus, that I work with more hours per day than I do. I work more shifts, but it kind of balances things out. But still, it just seems annoying.
Yeah, being a manager absolutely sucks. Like I said, it's basically babysitting. Like you're just sitting there, you're just like, Kristen, what did I say about that?
Yeah, middle management
this?
sucks.
What did I do? This, do this, do this. Did you really clean behind it? Did you?
Oh my gosh.
Grease.
I hated trying to get on people about that. It's like, come on, man. Half the people when I was managing at Steak and Shake, like I had trained them. I knew that they knew how to do things right, and so it was like, you know, I've worked with you for the past 2 years. I trained you to do just about everything here. Go ahead and knock this out for me. And then like I'd come in the next day and I'm getting yelled at by my general manager, like, why isn't this, and this done? I put people on it. I know they know how to do it. I gave them the benefit of the doubt, but apparently that's not enough.
Yeah, and like
What's the worst job you guys have had?
Probably Pizza Factory. Like I have this philosophy with these little people. I'm like, if you fuck me over, I will do it twice as hard.
I will spit on your pizza.
The worst job might have been Aldi. Like it paid pretty decently for being unskilled labor, but it was demanding as all hell, and my general manager was depressing.
Yes, I worked as I think it was a technically an internship was paid. The worst job was called Teleflex Inc. I was a network administrator, but the communication was dog shit. They literally wanted to fly me to the other side of the state. They didn't print out anything for me. The communication's dog shit. They couldn't get stuff straight. So that's the worst job. I did work at a what's it called? Managed service provider afterwards. That was also pretty bad. So, but the first one was just the community was just so freaking horrible. It wasn't paid. It wasn't worth my time.
The worst job I ever had. Go on.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Go on, John. No. Hey, no,
Oh,
John.
You started.
The other
You
worst
gotta
thing
finish.
about that Pizza Factory job was that the two other managers that were above me, like the store managers and all that, they were both women, and they would absolutely do nothing but sit in the office and talk all day.
Make more than you and talk all day.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
I'm
women
just
in the
like,
workplace, cringe.
What about women in the military?
I'm
Nice.
legally not allowed to say anything negative.
At least the women in my industry right now, logistics actually do work and are pretty good at it. So
As supporting roles, I think they can be, but on the combat field, no.
Listen, I'm just saying there are no female special forces. So
Don't
But
let
there's
your,
one. There's one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was like one chick who passed buds.
I thought you were gonna make like a special joke, like she's special. Like
She's
I thought you might have been making a
Actually
joke about
retarded.
the one girl that was arguing with Andrew about it.
I don't know.
No, that's actually a real thing. There's one woman that did pass buds, but she didn't get accepted into the SEALs.
Feels.
The Navy SEALs versus the Navy cows.
Oh,
The
I
worst
actually
job
have
ever
to,
had. Got to go.
No,
Oh, what were you gonna say? This is the second time. Go on.
I know. I was gonna say Rangers. I like Rangers better than Navy SEALs. It's because who does the Navy SEALs call for help? The Army Rangers.
Who do the Rangers call for help?
No one. More Rangers.
The worst
SF.
job. The worst job I've ever had was working at the UPS warehouse as a sorter. The shift started at 4 a.m. So I'd wake up early and get going. I had to drive all the way to Nashville, and it was supposed to last until 1 p.m. or something like that. But they'd worked us so hard, we'd leave at 11, and we'd get paid hourly. So I just ended up having shorter shift and making less money while working harder. So it was so dusty and grimy and gross. There was like a single beam of light in like a window really high up. You could in that beam of light, you could see all the dust and like the particles you're breathing in. And there's all these catwalks, and I'm in the bottom, like where all of the loading docks are, and the like two guys would be up. You'd have your row, and there's a truck that pulls up, and two guys are offloading all of these boxes, and they're up to like 100 pounds, and you have a conveyor belt below you. So they fall. All the boxes are on a conveyor belt that fall into a conveyor belt in front of you, and you have a little section where, if you don't handle your little section, it's gonna backpile and fall on top of you. So underneath that conveyor belt is another conveyor belt that's like labeled purple, and behind you there's one by your feet, there's 3 by your belly, and there's one up above your head. So you have to grab the package and flip it around and find the label that says the color, and you gotta throw it into the right place.
Yeah. My funny thing is I work at FedEx warehouse now. That's the slides are super easy here. So at the FedEx warehouse, they use numbered labels that colored ones. Super easy.
That's
thing.
probably easy. Well, like so it just there was no way to keep up because there's 2 guys ahead of you just throwing boxes on conveyor belt. You have to grab it and then turn that one. Okay, turn, throw it in there. Grab the next one, turn. So there's no way you're gonna outperform 2 guys that just have to throw it.
I just stop the belt then. Screw them.
Yeah. You have a section of like 8 feet, and it just starts piling up. And then sometimes there's a conveyor belt above your head behind you that has these poles, and if the people on the earlier on the conveyor belt than you are not putting them on right, it can catch on the poles and then starts piling up. And I've had stuff fall from a couple feet above my head onto the back of my head, like 50-pound packages. Awful.
Ooh.
But
just stop the belts, their palm. I mean, if they either they can give you someone else to help you with the split, or they just have to cool down.
And you're told like make sure you grab the package and you turn. Don't pivot. Don't twist. That's not proper. You got to keep it in the power zone. Make sure you have proper egress and all the stupid safety stuff. But there was a manager. He was a very, very large, very in shape black man. I don't know why he was there. But he was like the new manager transferred, and he was telling us like you have to do all this stuff and make sure. Because people would instead of like going the catwalk and going all the way around, they'd go into these chutes and like pull themselves up, and they're the chutes that you throw packages in.
Nope.
So one day, and he tells you don't ever do this. And
because you get hit with a package.
Throwing my packages, and I grab a big one, like 60 pounds or something, like toss it over my shoulder or like under my side. And as I do that, I see a hand, pulling himself up from the chute, and then I hear the yelp. It was the manager. Pulling himself up the chute right from behind me. So, I hit him in the face with a package.
Foul policy!
And I was just like, just keep going.
No, him again! Foul policy, sucker! I'm the man just like paying myself.
That guy did not like me. He did not like me since that day. And like a week later, as I'm clocking out, another manager was like, hey, there's like this, I'm up on this catwalk, and there's this giant, like, I don't know, 75-inch TV in a big box. And my manager's like, hey, pass that down to the guys below you. All right. I like walk over to it. It's this big box. I lift it up over the ledge, the handrails of the catwalk, and I'm like shimming it down like this. And I look down, and it's the black manager again, the big black guy, and he's like, "All right," because I'm like at the edge of it, and I feel his hand touch the bottom of the package, and he he pushes up, and that makes me lose the grip of it, and it falls beside him. I just hear him yell, "Fuck!" And I just like there's like the guttural curse that just came out of his bowels, and
Whoops!
What made
It says a package. It says a package. I don't care.
What made it worse was I could have walked away, but I thought it was really funny that it was the same dude I just heard like a week before. So I started laughing like a maniac, and I left without saying it. I just laughing my head off at sleep deprived at 11 a.m. barely getting paid.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. To be honest, if he's not following policy and code, and he got a hit with a package, but he used the wrong thing, I would hit him with another package. Fill it. Don't do that again.
Yeah. That guy.
Yeah, like
That guy probably
that
thinks I'm trying to
point,
murder him.
I would have just been like, I quit.
Any comic base if you want to, I would totally hit him again if we was using the wrong pathway to get up to the thing, the split.
Oh man, yeah, that guy got injured by my hands at least those 2 times. I'm sure there's probably others.
He deserved it.
Those are the ones I remember.
if he wasn't following the code, he probably deserved to get injured.
Yeah, have the integrity not to do the things that you tell your underlings not to do. I mean, or
at least tell the explicit exceptions. I would if the policy's wrong, I'll say so and why. But it's not using the package path for the people seems reasonable to me. So I don't know why he used the package path for himself. That
was like the one time I ever saw him do it. I just do that, and out of the corner of my eye, I see his hand like just on the the top of the chute, pulling himself up, and yeah, man.
Right, I had the same thing.
Right in the face.
When I was like a apprentice doing plumbing, we have these like huge drills, like drill like holes through through lumber, like beams, like huge stacks of lumber. And they're called hole hogs. And one of the guys I was on the job with, he's like, never ever use these things with one hand. He's like, make sure you always prop the drill up against a 2x4 or a stud. He's like, and then you pull the trigger because this thing will rip your arm off. I've seen it break people's arms. I was like, okay, all right.
So
what did he do it 2 hours later?
And he ended up breaking his hand. Like 3 days later, he's like, bam! I come over there like Billy, what happened? He's like, this damn drill, I hit it nail. I looked up there, I was like, there's no nail there, dude. He's like,
oops.
All right, I was using one hand, okay?
You're gonna make me say it, aren't you? You're why are you taking my manhood from me, boy?
Because I mean, like, yeah, that guy's it's funny too, because like old Billy, he like his doctor made him quit smoking cigarettes. And
it was
so
never
like,
the same sense.
He was never the same sense after that until finally he like, because he said he's been smoking since he was like 12, 13, something like that.
Wow.
He's like old school, like old school guys. And so then one day he came into work with a cinnamon stick hanging out of his mouth. I'm like, is that a cinnamon stick? If I can't have cigarettes, I'll just chew on this cinnamon stick all day long. It's the thought that counts.
Why not
It's
just
there.
I mean, if he's still alive, I hope he's doing Zen. I mean, like,
He's still alive.
Like only when like it's like if the only thing keeping you from being the biggest curmudgeon ever is your cigarette, it's like maybe it's better to just have a cigarette. I mean that's gonna hurt your lungs, but I mean if it somehow keeps the darkness at bay.
I mean, like I think he's like gotta be like in his 70s, but like I think the only reason why like he won't smoke anymore is because his wife is just giving him so much crap about it. So he's like, fine, I'll quit.
You guys ever seen the show My Name is Earl?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched the whole thing, but like the only thing I remember from it and that I think about often is they're like in this new little town, and there's this old man like on a dock at a pond, and they walk up to him, and like he just looks at him and goes, "The other day, I lit a match to the tip of my penis. Didn't feel a thing. People live too damn long," and it just like cuts something else. Like what was that?
Is that their test?
Yeah.
Do I still have any feeling inside me? Let's see.
People live too damn long.
It's just like, it's just funny. Even still today, like I see him around town or whatever, he still has a little cinnamon stick in his mouth. I'm just like, you and your cinnamon sticks now. He's like, they're actually quite tasty.
It comes out like the FDA says that chewing cinnamon stick is actually worse than cigarettes. You're like, motherfucker! My cat thinks
One
I'm
time I
mad.
did
It's
find
okay.
him at Walmart, and he was like, he had like 6 boxes of the cinnamon sticks. He's like, you're like, the funny thing is, these are cheaper than cigarettes.
Cigarettes are expensive, aren't they? Like $5-6 a pack now. Like, how
Yeah,
do you,
they're
they're
heavily
like
A lot of
taxed.
places they're almost $10 a pack.
It's
Well, how do you?
$11 a pack here.
Okay, I got this for my birthday, year and a month ago. It is $28, and I have like a couple days worth left. Now, I'm low, but I mean that I smoke it fairly often. $28 has got me over a year.
Damn.
So what do
So
y'all
you're
do?
saying I should become a pipe smoker?
Yeah, you will save so much money if you're smoking cigarettes, and it's classier, and it tastes better. You don't look like a fag smoking a fag. I mean, I don't know what to I mean, if I'm not selling it by now, I'm never gonna sell it. But
Well,
yeah,
you see,
should.
I'm the cool guy. Like, I stick my pack of cigarettes in my t-shirt sleeve and then roll it up. And then I just go to
Oh.
high schools and sit out there. So I can vouch thing
Oh.
about 18-year-old.
Great thing
That's-
about high
yeah.
school girl.
I stay. I get older, but they stay the same age. All right.
Same age.
I really recently he said in an interview he was actually high for that role.
I wouldn't doubt it.
That was his first role, I believe. Mr. McConaughey.
That
What
guy's
is
so
his-
weird. I can never like
is
get
his
a good
accent?
gauge on him.
What
It's
is his
just
accent?
McConaughey accent.
Yeah, is he from Texas? Am I wrong? He lives in Texas, right? He's
I
from
have
there.
no idea.
I don't keep up on celebrities.
Yeah, exactly.
I
That
remember he
guy's
like
so
started this
weird.
weird like cult like thing a while ago.
I don't know. Like sometimes he'll say like the most base thing, and then like the next day he's just all like, "Yeah, I like queers." He's just like, what are you on, dude?
And they
Like,
like me. I mean, I don't know
I've
what to tell you.
seen
They like
God.
my acting.
Yeah, I like
Let's see.
queers.
He
They
is
like
from
me.
Uvalde, Texas.
Uvalde?
Uvalde.
Oh, that's where that shooting happened,
Oh,
wasn't it?
I
don't
think
know.
so.
Shootings all over the
Uvalde?
place.
That was that school shooting where the police didn't do anything about it for like hours.
Oh yeah, where they showed up in force and then waited like 2 hours to go in. Anyways, next topic.
Yeah.
You guys see that one? Do you guys see that Daily Wire movie about the school shooting? Is that any
I
good?
have
No.
I can't
I didn't
stand
watch
the
it.
Daily Wire.
Yeah, neither.
I haven't
They're like,
done any.
we got to change the culture and put out good conservative content for the kids to enjoy. And they make a school shooting video or a movie, sorry, with it's like a teenage female protagonist, and she's like, "My dad's got guns. I'm gonna use my Second Amendment rights." Amen.
Is that new cartoon that they're making?
No, this is a movie that came out like 3 years ago or something.
I heard that their cartoon like they're making or they made
Oh,
just,
that like Mr.
flop.
Birch, whatever. It's supposed to be
Yeah.
like their adult animated series.
Yeah,
Oh,
but it's just
no.
like, but it's like a remake
you're not
of Family
serious.
Guy. It's basically a remake of Family Guy.
No, it is a
Almost
real
like-
thing. It's like Mr. Bircham or something.
Oh, yes, I saw that. I saw promos of that, and there's something better than that. Screw Mr. Bertram. Black Lives Matter versus the Bureau of Land Management. I want to see that in any form. Parody, movie, in real life. I need to see that thing.
Big labia matters.
Got to get all the BLM acronyms in a battle royale.
I don't know what
Yes.
I don't know what it is about adult animation or whatever, but like, why does it always have to look this terrible?
All right, that's
They
been
cut the budget. They have to have the writers steal jokes, so they had to cut the budget in the actual animation. The people.
No, I think I know the actual. I'm pretty sure the actual answer is literally just because Seth MacFarlane making Family Guy and then American Dad when Family Guy first got canceled, and like since those have been basically the biggest two since Simpsons, everybody's trying to bank off the success of Family Guy, so they try to just copy everything about it.
I see. Which
Exactly.
Family Guy's not even.
It's a fluke.
What's season?
not even
The
successful.
earlier seasons were really, really funny. I really enjoyed the early seasons.
I'd have to
but
give
as
it another try. I just like
As they
head
got going.
just, like non sequitur the show. Like, remember that time that you fell off a cliff and then a stork picked you up and tried to feed you to its babies, and it cuts to that happening. It's like, is these jokes?
Yeah.
Is this
It's literally just cutaway gags. Like the worst season of the show was the season where they didn't do cutaway gags because the gag was people complaining about cutaway gags.
I still think the only cartoon that, well, at least adult cartoon that I still watch today is South Park.
Oh no,
I've
South
seen,
Park.
like 4 episodes.
South Park is the golden.
No,
show.
South Park is still witty and hilarious. Like, of course, I can't give it a full endorsement. It has some pretty terrible stuff in it, but also like, it's still very funny, still very clever, and it's not at all.
Jokes.
I haven't watched South Park recently. I think the last thing I watched was the one with PC Principal got introduced, but I haven't watched it recently.
PC Principal. And don't forget Vice Principal Strong Woman.
Strong Woman!
No, we don't talk about that.
The worst out of all of them.
Oh my god.
I saw the worst.
I got 10 minutes into the first episode. I was like, this is garbage.
Ooh.
Oh, you mean when it starts with him sleeping over at his friends and looking at a cat clock?
Yeah,
thanks for the warning.
It was something like that. And I was like, what is this? Like, this is the way you're going to start off a show? Are you serious?
You're real bros for giving me a warning so I can make sure I never see that. Thank you.
Never see
all
it.
my
It's
friends
all
were
about
just like, no, just wait, man. Just wait.
It's about
It gets
puberty. It's just like
funny.
it looks ugly. It's not funny, and it's just like haha, dirty sex words. That's it. That's it. Don't watch it.
Yeah, a
It's
bunch of
awful.
teenager kids talking about sex for adults. It's just,
No,
this is
they're
weird.
tweens. It's like 8th grade middle schoolers.
Well, I'll tell you what. King of the Hill is choice.
Oh, I like King of the Hill. Yes.
King of the Hill is pretty good.
You guys ever heard of Letterkenny? It's basically Canadian live action King of the Hill.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. I ended up I watched I think like the first season and a half, and then I ended up kind of quitting watching it because it started to get a little too progressive for me.
Which one? What? Oh, Letterkenny.
Letterkenny.
Gotcha. I haven't seen it in like 4 years or whatever. I
The
watched a
only
handful of
Canadian
episodes with a friend.
show that I can keep watching over and over and over again is Trailer Park Boys.
Wait, that's Canadian?
Yeah.
I've seen a handful of memes from it. That's about it.
Trailer Park Boys is like, I wouldn't recommend it. Very, very bad. But
Bad for your soul, okay?
yeah, but absolutely just hilarious. Like, it's the best show. It's hilarious, comedy wise.
What's the funniest movie? What's the best comedy movie?
Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Was there ever a contest?
Well,
I would
do
say
you like
Step
the ending?
Brothers.
Every time the ending comes, it's like I get it's a joke, but it's like a fizzle. It's like
No,
a joke
I would say
after the fizzle.
Spaceballs. I think
Spaceballs?
Spaceballs is my favorite comedy movie.
Baseball's pretty good.
You like it more than Blazing Saddles?
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, I actually rewatched Blazing Saddles one night
Saddles
when
is
I was doing an
hilarious.
overnight. Oh my gosh.
They're farmers, people of the land, morons.
The sheriff comes in.
We'll
and
take-
isn't it a lovely morning, ma'am?
Screw
I'll
off,
have
blank.
Step
The
Brothers
new
is probably my
sheriff's a
favorite
ding,
movie ever.
ding.
I've never seen Step Brothers.
You've never seen Step Brothers?
I've never seen Step Brothers.
I haven't either.
Step Brothers is amazing.
Is
My
it?
brother and I used to watch it all the time.
Do you have so much room for activities? Do you put your balls on a drum kit? What else do I know about that? That's about it. I think that's it.
Yeah, but no, it's very good.
No, I think the worst
That
part
one
about
is
Step Brothers, and it like anytime it gets mentioned, it pops into my head, is the part where like the one douchebag brother's wife like meets up with
Oh, Dell.
the scruffy looking one in the bathroom, and I'm just like, why? Why is that in the show? Why?
I don't know. Oh,
That was a cringe part.
Oh, Tropic Thunder.
Talladega Nights. Yeah,
I'm just a
Tropic
dude
Thunder was- I
pretending to be a
forgot about
dude,
that.
pretending to be another dude.
I know who I am. Don't you use that word. It,
The
they
last
use that word
acceptable
to keep our
blackface.
people down for 300 years. What do you mean, you people? Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre, quite good. Which is better, Napoleon Dynamite or Nacho
Nacho
Libre?
Libre.
Nacho Libre.
I did not like
Okay.
Napoleon Dynamite. That was
Oh.
just like it was just
To me, I
It
think
was
they're both.
funny,
I think
but-
they're both hilarious. I would say I think Napoleon Dynamite is more consistently funny, where Nacho Libre has jokes I think they're really good, but has jokes that just don't land for me.
Yeah.
So it's might be Nacho Libre might be funnier, but less consistently funny, I guess.
While we're on the topic of comedy, The Office.
That took me so long to get through. I'm not great at watching shows. Like it took my wife and I like a year and a half to get through that, but it's pretty funny. I don't
I
remember
like
like
The
a
Office,
single
yeah.
thing. I remember maybe a dozen jokes.
once
Yeah,
Michael
but-
Scott left, I'm done. But it's good.
I like both the British and American Office. Both of them are pretty good.
Oh yeah. The British one was really good. Ricky Gervais. Yeah, Ricky
I
Gervais
watched-
is probably one of my all-time favorite comedians ever. He's
I watched
hilarious.
the first episode and a half of The American Office. The only time I laughed was when they pulled the stapler out of the Jello bundt cake.
I've never seen. Oh, I've seen like 3 episodes of Silicon Valley. One of my best friends back in Tennessee loves that show. Okay. When I tried to watch The Office because everyone I knew when it was on air loved it, and I tried to get through the first season, and it made me so uncomfortable that I gave up. And everybody was like, "Oh, you just got to get through the first season," which is true. If you get through the first season, it's way less cringe. There's like maybe a dozen, maybe 2 dozen episodes in the whole thing that rival the first season in cringiness. But like what's the fat lady's wedding? That one's pretty bad. Or the Scott's Tots, that one's pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
I can't do like the cringe embarrassment humor. It just makes me feel off.
Well, so you don't like the Office then?
Yeah, at least not the first season.
Oh, I see. Do you like The Office or Parks and Rec more?
No, I haven't watched very much of either. Like I said, The Office, I only watched like the first episode and a half. I felt off, like it was almost too much cringe, secondhand embarrassment
If you
stuff.
just start at the second season, they redo the formula to make it more American and happy-go-lucky and less cringe. The cringe is there, but it's toned down by like 40%.
The only problem with Parks and Recs is like they made a woman like the leading role as like the main comedian, and I just
Yeah, you hate
I'm
women. You're
sorry.
saying?
Yeah. Or
Don't you see my name? Duh.
Wait. Well, let's break this down. As a booty alchemist, is that like, are you a physical
Eater?
trainer? Are you like a fitness coach?
no, he specializes in prison pockets.
Yes.
Oh, that is where that came from. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But no, she just wasn't that funny. I can't remember her name, but it's just she like when you have women as a leading role in a comedy show or doing comedy, it's like they're just trying like, way
Well,
too
she's
hard.
not supposed to be like the focus. It's like the
Doesn't she
The-
play straight man for most of it?
that I was gonna say. She is the main character, but she's not the one like she's not meant to be like the fan favorite or anything like that. She is the straight man. She's the foil,
I
you could
guess,
say,
yeah.
for all the other characters, for all the people that are way weirder than her. She's weird, but it's like only in this like over like toxically happy, peppy way.
But what's weird, like I actually
Amy
thought about
Poehler.
this like a long time ago, and I was just like, I don't like it. You're weird, but I would still date her. Like there's just something cute about like a woman trying to be funny. I'm like, you're not funny, but I appreciate the effort.
Who's the funniest woman? Who's the funniest woman?
Funniest woman?
Well, everybody, thanks for joining the show. If you'd like to like,
Russell
comment, and
Brand?
subscribe.
So, on purpose
Yeah,
or just
Yeah,
in general?
Roseanne. Okay, that's fair.
I maintain that women can be funny in other mediums. They're just not very funny at stand up. Even like my wife will find a woman like stand up comedian that we watch like 5 minutes of. I'm like, that's pretty funny. And then we try them on like 4 other shows and it's not funny at all. I'm like, that was it. That was their one time.
I think a
would
lot
have
of
to
the time,
say, Tom Segura's wife is actually pretty funny. Christina?
I haven't seen her stuff, although Tom Segura is pretty funny.
Yeah, her specials are pretty funny. Like her specials are pretty funny, but I mean, I would say she's probably the funniest female comedian I've seen.
Yeah, I
But
think
other than that, women have like 4 jokes.
Is it sexual organ,
Men.
and let me see.
Yeah, Liz
sexual
Lepinelli. That's
organ,
sexual
men
organ.
bad.
I think she's funny.
And I
Wage
have a
gap?
period.
Oh yeah, wage.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
Lisa plays all that straight, but that's the way she implements is good. So I'm gonna say Lisa Lepinelli.
It's vagina, boobs. What's it like
Your
to have a
period?
penis? And oh yeah, yes, and then period, I guess, and wage gap.
Man bad.
Men bad.
Man bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of women.
it's like to bleed.
I
I
think
beat my nose, honey.
I think a lot of women are better at like situational comedy, and they think that translates to like stand up.
Dude, is your boss a woman?
Mine?
Yeah, I don't know. You're getting DDoS right now. You're getting attacked.
I know.
Oh no, it's my data.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like just situational comedy doesn't always translate into stand up comedic ability.
Did you guys watch Kunk on Earth?
No.
Mm-mm.
Oh, she's a high contender for the funniest woman I've ever seen, and it's not stand up. It's situational like that. Like she plays an oblivious idiot woman doing a documentary style show where she's trying to relate all of human history, and she talks to like legitimate real world professionals in their like top in their field people, and she does interviews with them, and the people doing the interview don't know that she's doing a bit where she's like 4 IQ. And she asks them the dumbest questions, and they play it straight, and she never breaks. It's pretty funny.
Is that a British? Is that like a British?
She's British,
thing?
yeah.
Yeah, I think I've maybe seen a few shorts of that, like a few little clips. Now that sounds familiar. Well, I mean, I don't know what the name is, but yeah, I remember like just this dumb blonde talking to like these scholars, and like, oh, so they were just this. They're like, huh?
My wife says Ali Wong has some funny stand up about pregnancy
I
and
can't stand
breastfeeding.
Ali Wong.
I think my wife she showed me that one clip. I don't know if our other stuff is any good.
Well, I've never breastfed before.
Why not? You haven't chest fed? You don't want to be
No.
a person of chest feeding?
No.
If you actually like,
Although my cat is getting pretty close to my nipple right now. Get away!
Is that you have a high anxiety cat? My cat has like an anxiety disorder. If I raise my voice even a little bit, she comes up and is like trying to calm me down. Like, okay, no bad vibes, no bad vibes.
I'm sorry, my cat has an anxiety disorder.
Yeah, 100%. She's a weirdo, dude. She has
She's
multiple
not like other
disorders.
cats.
She's weird. I'm her service person.
I think all cats see people like that.
I would
Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
you're here at my pleasure.
Yeah. Feed me, pet me. If I
Mhm.
want it, go away.
I'll bring you a bird every once in a while as a present. Payment for your services.
Well, guys, it's 2 hours. I probably be wrapping it up in the next 15 minutes. Where do you guys want to take it from here? Let's end it at 2:15.
Today's my first day back on gear.
Back on gear.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes.
What does that mean?
Back on the like gear, like gym gear.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never seen you in anything that's not a tank top. Do you own other clothes?
I don't wear clothes.
You don't. You don't wear clothes?
I have work clothes that are t-shirts,
Oh, I see.
but then other than that, like I like the most minimal amount of clothing as possible. Like jeans, I find them as leg prisons.
Yeah,
They're
especially
annoying.
when it's hot. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Minimal clothes as possible. What are you, a modern woman?
Yes, I like my belly button out.
All right,
Wearing that
Nadeem.
midriff.
Yeah. No, it's always just gym shorts, flip flops, and tank tops for me. Unless I'm at the gym, then it's like some actual my nobles. But other than that,
Men bad, respect women.
Who is this? David Wood Conquers Speaker Corner live now.
Yeah, he's live now. I'll put a link in the back.
I gotcha. Yeah, I
Who's
think I have to
that?
get 1,000 subscribers to do the raids. But if you guys want to go to this guy, David Wood Conquers Speaker Corner live now, and tell him I sent you.
Yeah.
That's that'd be just all right. Let me see if I can grab his.
He's on Apostate Prophet's channel. It's a commentary of the conquering, it looks like.
I see.
Why does that name David Wood sound familiar? Is that
He's
that
a
guy
Protestant guy.
Yeah,
doesn't he
he's
do, stuff with like
he debates Muslims.
Okay, I think I might know who it is.
yeah, I
You
think his
know who it
channel's
is.
called
It's Dizzle.
Apologetic
He made-
Roadshow.
Yeah, he made Quran origami.
A
What?
Quran origami?
Yeah, he made an origami goat out of the Quran.
Huh.
Oh, I ate a Quran, so I mean, I feel like we have something in common.
Exactly.
That's your
Spirit.
claim to fame. I ate a Quran one time.
It was a blue crayon.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Okay,
so
that's how we have to end it. We have to piss everybody off. How do y'all pronounce crayons?
Yeah.
Crayons.
Oh, I'll go further. I'm trying to get the next chef to go on Jim Bob's show, so that's gonna piss more people off.
You're gonna go
You're
on
gonna
Jim
go on
Bob's
Jim
show?
Bob's show?
No,
What are
I'm
you
gonna get
talking
Gen
about?
X
We
chef.
love having Hank.
I'm not. I'm trying to get Gen X chef on Jim Bob's show because he's an atheist that's not a keyboard warrior, and that's really hard to find.
Which one? Who?
Gen X chef, the Satanist, the gay Satanist guy that
Oh.
has his own show.
Maybe I should
We've
be a
got-
bit and just like
We've got
pretend to
cran,
be an
like
atheist.
cranberry. We've got crayon, Crayolas, which is
That's a brand
Yeah,
name,
that's
not
what you
the
want.
thing
That's what-
itself.
I don't think
Yeah.
anybody says, "Oh man, okay.
Bernoulli's.
How many in your how many Crayolas you got?" Which
I have met some people who the default is Crayola for some reason.
As long as it's not rose art. I mean that's like your parents do not love you or care about you. if you got that.
Oh, it's coming after my childhood now. Dang.
Did you also have Mega Blocks?
Yeah.
Yeah, the parents didn't care about you, dude.
Hey, Mega Bloks has some IPs that Lego doesn't have access to. All right.
That's
Yeah,
that's a fact.
I don't even like the fact that Lego's all about IPs now. I wish it was just about building stuff. Now it's like, get this set and build a Death Star. It's like,
You
I
gotta
know.
build stuff
Well,
at 3D printer, kid.
All the kids that grew up with the Legos, now they're older and they just want to waste their lives building some nerd shit with the
That's
Lego.
weird.
Here, you can build a drag queen.
New Lego Drag Queen Story Hour set.
That's man. It's insane that that's a thing, dude. That's insane.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
dude, that's crazy.
I know
Well,
that
we'll
a
make more
low-hanging
things
fruit joke,
more
but-
offensive.
But like the fact that that's just like real and probably happens often is. Wait, are you
It
saying
happens
you
way
call?
more often than you think it does.
Yeah, you're saying that you call crayons Mr./Mrs. Potato Head. What are you on about?
First person Q is losing it. He lost the
That's
plot.
what I call crayons. He stole my line.
I just say crayon.
Yeah,
Crayon.
Crayons.
Crayons.
Unless you're a
Cranberries.
Marine. If you're a Marine, you're like, that's my snack. Hoorah!
I was about to say those are MREs for them.
Yeah.
Have you ever had the chicken burrito bowl?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. My favorite is just the spaghetti with meat sauce one. Honestly, like I'll eat cold
I like the
MRE
lasagna.
spaghetti every day.
Build a drag.
Drag racing.
New from Build a Bear
other-
Workshop. RuPaul.
This is
I once
probably
had left this girl at a date one time, and she said, I was like, well, so what is going on this week? And this is like the first date ever with this girl. She's like, well, me and my friends are going to a drag show. I was like, okay, I'll see you later.
Bye. Never contact me again.
Yep.
So like,
I'm glad I found about that early. Don't want to be like 6 months into a relationship finding that stuff out. How do you pronounce this?
GIF.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad that
Who
none
just
of you
said
have,
GIF? Who?
I'm not talking about peanut butter right now.
You guys all said GIF, right?
GIF.
I'm not talking about peanut butter. It's
Oh, yeah.
GIF.
Yeah, it's GIF. It's GIF. What are other classic ones? I'm trying to think of some off the top of my head. How do you guys say this
How do you
word?
spell chrysanthemum?
Oil.
Oil.
Ol?
Oil.
Ol?
Ol. I gotta go get some oil for my car.
Yeah, I gotta go with some ol my truck.
If my dad's trying to like speed up saying something and the word bowl is included, he'll say bow.
How do you pronounce this word? How do you pronounce these words?
Car wash.
Car wash.
Core wash.
Yeah, John, you were on it. You're on it. Yeah, have you ever heard people call it car? It's car wash.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Car
I-
wash.
Is it
I
a
had
roof
boss,
or
I
a
was
roof?
like, he's like,
Washington.
"Oh, you got my
It's a
truck
roof.
dirty. I had a truck. I had an old boss. He's like, you got the work truck dirty. You gotta take that back to the car wash. I was like,
Yeah.
Car wash.
I only
the
met
what?
one person in my life that called it car wash. I don't I don't know why.
I was like, the
Where-
what? He's like, yeah,
where's-
take it to the core wash and get it done. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, clean the motherfucker. Oh, okay, okay, okay.
It was
I can do
core
that.
wash. Yeah, mine was car
Car
wash.
I was like,
car
okay,
wash.
I
Car
will
wash.
take it to the car wash then.
Is it roof or rough?
Roof.
What do you think it is?
It's roof.
It's a rough life out here, you guys.
It's about like roof.
Okay, with little orphan Annie.
Hey, John, over there in California, do people say, and here in Washington, they do this all the time? Like, hey, do you want to go get some food? Oh yeah, no, I don't. I'm not really feeling food. Or,
Oh yeah, no. I think that's almost
Oh,
universal
yeah,
at this
yeah.
point.
or hey, man, are we still hanging out? No, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always yeah, no, or no, yeah. It's makes me angry.
A lot
No,
of
I
people
do
here,
that
they
all the
like to,
time, and I hate
they like
it.
to make, they like to make a like where, like everywhere. They like to make it plural. Like to be like, oh,
Everywhere.
I gotta go like
No, that
everywheres.
I despise that
I'm like,
because people just
everywheres?
throwing plurals everywhere.
Yeah, like you're going everywheres or everywhere.
I've been
No,
looking for you
everywheres.
everywhere.
It's like
Do you not
What
realize
more
I've had
everywhere can you
diarrhea
be?
since last Easter's?
yeah, like especially the Mexicans.
We'll see you later. I need to go watch the Dizzle Trigger Muslims.
All right, man.
Gotcha.
Well,
See you, man.
make-
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
make sure
sorry.
you are
Trigger
support-
Dalwagandist. Dalwagandist specifically.
All right, man.
Oh yeah, well, it's a
Tell them
pleasure
who
meeting
sent
you,
you.
sir.
Tell them who sent you. We got to help these little channels out. We got to help the little guys out. He has 500,000 subscribers.
Hey, I got 21 now.
Yeah,
The
dude,
new
you're on your way.
sheriff.
The woman as a plural thing is annoying? Is that your woman?
Oh, like we say, like, where's the women?
You don't
Where
understand
the white
the
women
plight
at?
of woman.
How about that? Like, I am woman. Hear me roar.
Oh, Walmart's. Yeah, I gotta go to
Walmart.
Walmart's.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that makes me mad too. Is like when people use brand names for the generic thing.
Band-Aid.
Yeah. Okay, like that one. I
Well, I
understand it a little bit more, even though
Can
it
you
is a
please give me a
bandage.
generic a medical adhesive bandage, please? That I
Like,
need it now. I'm bleeding
Yeah,
out.
a sticky bandage. It's a band-aid, whatever. But like, I don't know,
Kleenex?
like Kleenex. I usually just say tissue, but I've
Yeah.
heard people call it Kleenex a lot, no matter
What
what
about Coke?
brand.
Calling any soda Coke.
Okay, no. So it's soda. Coke is specifically regular Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. You don't say pop. You say soda.
No.
Man, I have a soda pop.
Yeah,
Sody pop.
I still call it Wally World.
You still
Oh,
call it
gosh.
Wally?
Yeah.
That's what my dad would call it. I
But
say
like,
Well, if I'm trying to like be quirky for a girl, I'll be like, I need to go to Wally World. And she's like, what's that? I'm like, it's Walmart. Oh.
you ever seen National Lampoon's Family Vacation? No, what's
Yeah.
that? Chevy Chase? Who? What about a Chevy?
Do people say that? Like, give me like, okay, can you hand me some post-its when it's sticky notes? Have you heard that one?
I usually hear sticky note.
I've always called them stamps.
Do you stamps? What? What
Q-tip.
about Q-tip? Is that something? What do you say?
That one I hear that a lot. I'll usually just say Q-tip.
Oh, so we're finding all the exceptions that you're okay with it. What's the
Yeah.
generic?
Y'all are hitting the exception.
Yeah. What's the what is that even called? A Q-tip? Can you hand me a
I think
tiny
technically
gladiatorial baton?
I think technically they're cotton
That's right,
stick
called-
swabs or some stuff.
Oh, cotton
We're on the
swabs. I
world
think is what it is. Cotton swabs. With I think like
It's a qua-tip. Qua.
Qua-tip.
yeah,
Cotton swab.
See-
Yeah, that,
Unless like
Happy Kwanzaa.
that's what. Oh my gosh,
Thank
that's
you,
what
man.
nurses
Thank
call
you.
them. I can't stand nurses. I know a lot of nurses, and those women are on more drugs than their patients are on.
Yeah, I've met a few that definitely are.
Like, I remember one time like I was around like one of my buddies. He's married to this. She's a nurse on RN, and she was like, "You look a little bit off today, John. You're not as perky." I was like, "I got a headache." She's like, "Oh, do you need Vicodin?" I was like, "What?"
Just straight. You need a Vicodin?
I'm like, "No, I just think I'm dehydrated. That's it. I just probably need some more water or a Gatorade." But no, I don't need a Vicodin. She's like, "Okay, well, if you need some, I always have them in my purse."
okay. Samuel's
Like,
saying
okay.
a cotton swab is an alcohol-soaked cotton ball. Change his mind.
Changed my mind. All right.
I mean, that's fair enough, I guess.
Well,
I
I
mean-
didn't know this. Okay, yeah, but I did know. I have heard that this one girl, she went to the Navy, and like 2 days before her ship out date to go like get drug tested and all that stuff, she just smoked hella weed and partied like crazy, and she swallowed 2 cotton balls of bleach, and she was clean.
She ate cotton balls.
Soaked in
Soaked
bleach.
in bleach.
She alive?
Yeah, she has 4 kids now.
Oh, does she still?
How
do-
many
is
of
this like
them
a
are
My-
special?
Is this like a My Strange Addiction thing?
She
No.
was just like,
It's a regular addiction. Did you not hear the lead up?
yeah. She's like, oh my god, I have to go do a drug test because I just joined the Navy. I'm like, well, why did you do that? It's okay, I have a plan.
I just say I ate poppy seed muffins beforehand.
there was a thing for a little
It's
while.
like-
I make sure I
Wow.
came in. It's got crumbs all over me, and I'll be eating one there, so they can. Oh, gotta wait for the next.
Like, so your blood test and your pee test just came up as Clorox. What happened? Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I was drinking out of the pool. Oh, okay.
just came to Clorox.
That was an actual thing though, for a while, because the lemon poppy seed pound cakes that were in some of the MREs, there was a couple recorded cases of that popping hot for opioids because poppy
Yep.
seeds, and so yeah, there was a fat minute where like the army was rushing to fix things because they weren't sure if people were like going crazy with opioids or it was just the poppy seed.
It's a good excuse. I mean, if you can't pass a drug test, just eat a lot of poppy seeds and be like, oh, I didn't know.
Oh, it must have been them
See,
dang
that's-
pound
see,
cakes.
I thought it was coffee.
And that's why that's my favorite MRE. It always comes with one.
Yes. I always keep one in my back pocket in case there's a drug test. Well,
Oh,
I would just say like, I don't know, sir. I just, well, actually, I've never had to take a drug test before. I don't know.
you've never had a pee in a cup?
No. Well, actually, I did in sports, but
But that was just
But I
like
was-
for extracurricular things with me and my coach. It was.
but yeah, he likes to watch.
God.
oh, are you talking about underpants
But no.
inspection day? Y'all didn't have that?
But, like, but that was back when I was like fully into sports and I was like clean AF. I've never even like touched anything, so I like just 100% ready to go. But after that, I've never had to take like a drug test for like a job or anything like that.
No, whenever